Now, from South Seminole Academy in Castleberry, Florida, direct from the third floor of building number 3, this is South Seminole News.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to South Seminole News. My name is Mr. Miles. Welcome to the Friday show. You've made it to another Friday. 2 weeks left, less than 2 weeks left, actually. We got a bunch of announcements for you. We want to let you know what's going to be coming up in the next week or so, starting on Monday. Monday's going to be the 8th grade reverse celebration starting at 5 p.m. at our car line. I'm going to read it off the page to you, and I got to scoot a little closer because I'm not wearing my glasses, so I'm just going to scoot up a little bit. Here it goes. We are kicking off 8th grade week, and the only way we know how is to celebrate you. We invite our 8th graders and their families to drive by and say hi to their favorite teachers and staff who will be positioned throughout the bus ramp, ready to cheer you on. So that's going to be Monday at 5 p.m. And that's the first thing that's going to be happening that day and for the rest of the week. Also, Spirit Week is coming up, and that'll be starting on Monday as well. Memory Monday. Share your favorite middle school memories or pictures taken during your middle school years. We want you to send us those photos. You got 2 different locations. You can email us at southseminolenews@yahoo.com, or you can just tag us at South Seminole Academy on Twitter. Of course, you kids, you love to use the Instagram as well. Let us know there. That is for Monday. On Tuesday, it's Talent Tuesday. Share a selfie or video of you showcasing a talent or hobby. If you do send us a video, we're going to compile all those and we'll put them on next week's Friday show. On Wednesday, it's Wild Out Wednesday. Show off all wacky and weird and wild outfits. Same thing, photos, videos, you go right ahead and send those. Thankful Thursday, make a shout out to a friend or a middle school staff member who you are thankful for. That's actually whom. And that's the way it was written, and that was properly done. Whom you are thankful for. Freshman Friday, represent your new high school by wearing school colors or spirit wear. That's for you 8th graders out there. You're going to a new school next year. Send us your pictures of you wearing your new colors. Also, on that same day, on Friday, that's our big day. That's our graduation day. Join us for a time that will dazzle and delight, celebrating our South Seminole Academy 8th graders, viewing the one and only The Greatest Show, first airing on May 22nd at noon. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to have a graduation. It's going to be on YouTube that you can watch from home. It's going to start at noon. It will be live on our school YouTube page. That's at youtube.com/South Seminole News. Also, the link for that will be attached to the school's Facebook page, so you can watch from there as well. Also, today I've got some of my guests from my first period class who have a couple of things to tell us about. But before we do that, one last announcement I have for you is to talk to you about yearbook. Now, the yearbooks are going to come out a little bit later in June, at the end of June. Yearbooks are still $40. If you wish to purchase one, just go to Jostens, you see it up on the screen here, jostens.com, and do a search for our school. It'll come up to our page and you can click on it. Yearbooks are $40 and you have until May 22nd to purchase one of those.
Hello, my 8th graders. As this year is moving to a close, we have so many traditions that you guys do as 8th graders, and we wanted to make sure that we keep those traditions alive even though they might look a little different. So one of those traditions is tie-dyeing a shirt in 8th grade science, like the one I'm wearing. Oh my gosh, model break.
Interior crocodile alligator. I drive a Chevrolet movie theater. Interior crocodile alligator.
Anyways, we know I'm extra and we know that 100% had to be done. But I want to give you some background information on how this whole tie-dye tradition got started at South Seminole. Way back when Miss Stalker was a student in high school, she actually made a tie-dye shirt. And it happened to be this one. This experience was so memorable to me, and it was something that had a lasting impression on me, and it's something that obviously I still have and I still keep it, and every time I see this shirt I think back to those memories. So we wanted to create the same lasting impression and something that can hold on to those memories as well. So that's where tie-dyeing came into play. This year for our tie-dyeing project, I am gonna show you 3 different ways that you can at-home tie-dye. So our first one, this one you've probably seen all over social media. I think it's so cool that tie-dyeing has become a trend, especially during this social distancing process. we are going to do the bleach tie-dye. So you're gonna have a colored shirt and you're going to need bleach. Now, if you are using bleach, please, please, please ask your parents and make sure you are being supervised by your parents before you do anything. The second one we are gonna do is we are going to use food coloring to tie-dye. So you need food coloring and vinegar for this process. And the third one, we're gonna do the traditional kit tie-dye that you buy at any craft store, Walmart, Target, any store like that. I'm excited, tie-dyeing with Miss Stalker. To best prepare your shirt for tie-dye, you will need household vinegar, water, and a bucket or container where the shirts will soak. You will mix equal parts of vinegar with water. For example, if you pour 2 cups of water into your bucket, then you will need 2 cups of vinegar. Let your shirt sit in the solution for at least 20 minutes. If you do not have vinegar, it's okay. Still pre-wash your shirt in water. For this process, you will need a squirt bottle of some type to put your dye in, food coloring, and 1 cup of water. Since I didn't have a bottle like this around the house, I decided to make my own out of a water bottle. Reuse and recycle. Once your container for your dye is ready, carefully pour in 1 cup of water. I used a funnel, but you don't have to. Then you're going to add about 16 to 18 drops of food coloring. I personally like to add a little bit more to get a brighter color, but it's completely up to you. You're gonna put the bottle cap back on, shake it, and ta-da, you have your dye. For this design, we are doing the classic spiral, which happens to be my absolute favorite. You will need a pre-washed shirt, a fork, this is optional, rubber bands, or hair ties. Once you decide where you want your spiral to be placed on your shirt, place your fork there and twirl it like you're twirling pasta. Then you're going to gather the ends so it somewhat resembles a circle. You're going to take your rubber bands and carefully wrap them around the shirt while still maintaining the shape. This is easier with 4 hands, so if you have someone to help you out, that's perfect. If not, it's still okay. Remember, the rubber bands are just there to hold the shirt in place. So I tend to use about 4, but it's completely up to you how many you want to use. Once this process is done, you are ready to start tie-dyeing. Now the real fun begins. I 100%, no 1000% recommend you do this outside, as it does get really messy. I used a glass bowl and a cooking rack to place my shirt on. Now it's time to add your dye. You will start with 1 triangular section at a time. Don't worry if the dye goes out of the rubber band section. It's going to happen and it's going to be okay. Then you are going to do the same thing on the opposite side. Make sure that you are getting the dye between the folds of the shirt, especially if you don't want a lot of white. You will repeat the same process with the rest of the colors you are using. I am only using 3 colors, as when they mix together, they will make new colors. For example, the blue and yellow, when they're mixed together, they make green. So if you don't want a specific color on your shirt, don't place them next to each other. Once you are done with one side of your shirt, don't forget to flip it over and add dye to the other side. Since it's the same process on this side, I'm going to fast forward it a little bit. As you are doing this, I want you to remember that the true science behind tie-dye is that there is no science. You are truly creating a one-of-a-kind product that you will love, so have an open mind. When you are satisfied with your product, you will need a plastic bag. Even a grocery bag will work. Carefully place your shirt in the bag. Let your shirt sit for at least 4 hours, but the longer the dye can sit and bond to the fabric on the shirt, the better. I am going to again reiterate, do not do this without your parents' permission or supervision, and be extremely careful. For this, make sure you have gloves, a squirt bottle of some type to put your dye in, 1 cup of water, and 1 cup of bleach. You will carefully pour in the water and bleach into your container. Mix it up and you're ready to go. The crumble design. For this, all you need is a shirt. No rubber bands needed. Now, since I am using bleach for this process, I am using a colored shirt, pink of course. But you can still do this design with a white shirt and colored dye. Just take your fingertips and crumble the shirt together. There is no specific method, just bring it all together. Then you are ready to start tie-dyeing. Now, you're just gonna take your dye and squeeze it on there. Any way you want to, however much you want. I normally do just enough to get it covered. Then you are going to carefully flip your shirt over and do the same thing on the other side. Carefully place your shirt in a plastic bag or cover it with saran wrap. Let your shirt sit for about 1 to 4 hours and there you go, ta-da! The preparation process is super simple. As the directions state, you will just add water to each container and shake until the powdered dye has dissolved. The bullseye design. You will need a basic pre-soaked white cotton shirt and rubber bands. Start with your shirt flat on your surface. First, figure out where you want to put the center of your bullseye. Pinch the shirt and pull straight up. Attach your first rubber band about 1 inch or 2 from the top of your shirt. You will continue this process throughout. How many rubber bands you add is completely up to you and how many sections you want. As you can see here, I have made 5 sections. When you are ready, you will take your colored dye and apply the color to each section. Make sure you cover all sides in the dye and don't get too nervous if some of the color goes into another section. You will continue to repeat this process with a different color for each section. I am going to fast forward a little as by now I think you get the concept. Remember, once you are done, to place it in the baggie and let it sit for about 12 hours before rinsing. Finally, you get to see your masterpiece. Take your shirt out of the baggie and take off the rubber bands. And just take a moment to take in the beauty of what you just created. You will first want to hand rinse your shirt out in cold water until it bleeds clear. Then you can wash it in your washing machine. For the first wash, I would be careful with washing it with other clothing, as you don't want the colors to bleed. And now it's your turn. I cannot wait to see what you guys create. Please, 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 if you can, remember to share it with me. Love you all.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Social Distancing Lounge. I'm here again once again with Amelia, Keely, and Milena, just to give you some updates of what's going on. We are in the Social Distancing Lounge, which I still haven't come up with a better name for, because that's a tongue twister. I have to take a word or something out. We're in the lounge and we're distancing and we're being social, but those 3 words together just sound weird to me. I have 3 questions for my panel today. First question, all 3 of you were involved with the Charlie Brown Christmas special. I was wondering if you wanted to reflect back at all on some of your memories from that and how that was important when it came to the charity we were raising money for. Let's have Amelia. You go first. Any of your memories and thoughts on that?
Charlie Brown Christmas special was technically my first school play, so it's really fun. But the fact that we were raising money for the Bahamas Relief Fund was really important, and I think that's a good thing to do because it helps out the Bahamas, and at the same time we got to have fun making a play. It helps out multiple people in multiple aspects, and it makes everyone happy.
And remind everybody, you played Lucy, I believe, in one of the plays. Yes. And Milena played one of our Linuses. She played one of our Linuses. And give me your thoughts from that day.
Well, I was just really glad that I got to participate in something for the school. They usually have dance all the time, and I'm not allowed to get really involved in stuff like that and hang out with my friends and help a good cause at the same time. So the entire experiences was just really great and really fun.
And Keely played one of our Fridas, I believe. And you were you in the same show as the other two, or were you guys in separate shows?
We were all in the same show.
Oh, we were all in the same show. Okay, you were all in the first show, I believe, then. And give me some of your thoughts, Keely, from what you remember from that day and from our charity.
It was really fun. I do a lot of theater, but it was nice to do things with my school friends and have a chance to create something with them. And it was really good that it was benefiting the Bahamas because they needed the money to rebuild, and we got to do something fun while helping provide for them. So it was good.
And our goal, again, is to do Charlie Brown Christmas again next year. We want it to be a yearly thing. So we hope to be doing that again, and maybe we'll see you guys auditioning. I think the auditioning process might be a little different. We might have 3 or 4 teachers sitting up there like America's Got Talent, and they'll be all there for the auditions. Yes, you're used to that stuff with all that Amazing Shake stuff that you guys do. You had no problem with that. And speaking of Amazing Shake, the two of you were in Amazing Shake, which is now that you've gone on to the next round. You were supposed to go to Atlanta for the Ron Clark Academy, but I saw an email today, and we had a teacher meeting today that discussed something is going on next week with that. Amelia, do you have any thoughts on what's going on next week with Ron Clark Academy?
So I was pretty disappointed when we heard that we wouldn't be able to go to Atlanta for the Amazing Shake competition, but I knew that it was important because with this COVID-19 thing going around, we don't want to have a huge gathering, have a nice time, but then have everyone get sick after that.
Yes.
But now we have the online Amazing Shake, the online Global Amazing Shake competition via WebEx, and that's happening next week. And this week and last week, we've been prepping with Wednesday and Friday prep sessions. I think today it's the gauntlet prep session. So they're helping us out a bit. And I'm really excited because this is going to be the first time I've ever done the Amazing Shake, but it's also going to be the first time that they've done something like this online. So I'm really excited to see how it plays out. And overall, I'm just really happy that I was able to be put in this competition and that I was picked.
Yeah, it's pretty unique to be in a situation. They've never done anything like this before. Unfortunately, you don't get to go to Atlanta and experience it in person, but you will be experiencing it the way all the other kids are going to experience it this year, and that's going to be online. Melina, is there anything in particular you're looking forward to next week, or that you're concerned about, or what are your thoughts about next week?
Well, I'm really happy that we get to do it online because originally I wouldn't have gotten to participate in the Global Amazing Shake at all because I had a dance competition.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is kind of a silver lining for me. I'm really nervous, really excited, and just happy to be there in South Seminole.
Well, that's good news. Good luck. And they said they're going to be giving us a link to it so we could actually watch it while you guys are performing. What's the right word? Performing, speaking. There's got to be a better word from that. Well, whenever you're doing what it is you're doing, they're going to send us a link so the whole world can watch you all at the same time. Before, it was just going to be a couple of people in Atlanta watching you and judging you with a clipboard. Now the whole world can watch you. So no pressure. It's no pressure. We're going to send that link out so people can watch if they want to. And the last thing I wanted to ask you guys about today is, and we'll start with you first, Keely, what are some of your thoughts for next year? What are the classes that you guys have signed up for that you know of, or electives that you've signed up for?
Well, the only 2 classes that I can remember I signed up for are We the People and Sign Language.
Oh, very good. We the People was on our Friday show last week. Mr. Adamowitz was congratulating. Were any of you guys in that? Melina, were you in that? I thought I saw somebody. No. He was congratulating his students who got to take part in a virtual thing, I think, just the way you guys are going to be doing Ron Clark next week. That was on last week's Friday show, if anybody's interested in looking for that. That's at youtube.com/South Seminole News. Thank you. Like and subscribe, as Amelia would say. Like and subscribe. But that was last week. So sign language. Who's teaching sign language next year? Do you know?
I don't know.
Actually, I don't know that either. So I'm glad to hear that they're doing sign language. I know they have that at the high school level, but I'm glad to hear that we're doing that at the middle school as well. Okay, we'll work backwards. Milena, we'll ask you next. What is it you signed up for next year you're looking forward to?
I also signed up for the We the People class.
Good.
And I also believe that I signed up for criminal law because I really liked intro to law last semester and I just wanted to build on that a little bit more.
That's with Mr. Robertson's law class?
Yes.
Good. Do you have any plans next year to be sitting at the lawyer's desk or be sitting at the judge's box? Or what are your plans for next year?
Well, actually, I like playing all the parts and getting to do different things and experience it all.
Well, next time, if you're the judge again, make sure you hammer on that gavel once in a while, just to get people's attention or tell them to quiet down and stuff like that. People love that, especially when we videotape those things. That's good stuff. We videotaped a lot of stuff in the law class this past year, and a lot of it was with Rollins College debate team. They were up there sitting in the judge's box, sitting down there where the lawyers were, and they went over some cases throughout history, and it was fascinating. You can find that on our YouTube page as well, youtube.com/South Seminole News. And there were 3 different Rollins College videos at close to the end of the year, and then we had one with the debate that I think, Milena, you were a part of. You were up on stage for the debate with Rollins College earlier in the year, and all of those can be found on our YouTube page. Man, you got a great resume going on your YouTube page, our YouTube page. You can always refer back to that whenever you want to. And Amelia, we'll ask you, what are the classes you signed up for next year? What are you looking forward to?
Oh, surprise, surprise. I also signed up for We the People.
Good.
Next one, I think this is a required elective. It's Spanish 1.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember in elementary school, we would always do Spanish, the same beginner lessons every year. So I hope that this class is interesting, fun.
Well, very good. Got your classes you're signed up for. But before we finish, I don't want to keep you guys too long because I know it's a school day still. It is Friday, but it is a school day. You got stuff to do. Anything else going on? Anything new that you did this week that you wanted to share with us, or anything exciting or anything surprising that happened to you this week? Keely, you have anything that happened this week?
Yes, last Saturday, my mom and I hosted a virtual Mother's Day tea because we always do a Mother's Day tea for all the mothers in our family. And so we wanted to do it this year, and so we did it on Zoom.
That is a great idea. How many moms were involved with that?
I think we had maybe 9 people, including me and my mom.
Wow.
9 or 10.
So you had lots of boxes up and lots of glasses of tea all up at the same time? Very good idea. Melina, anything exciting happened to you this week or any big surprises?
Well, something that I got to do that we probably wouldn't be able to do if we weren't in quarantine is during dance, we did a contemporary combo, but we got to use a table, chair, paper, and pen as props, which is really cool because we don't have 50 desks and chairs at the studio.
Mm-hmm.
We got to play with that a little bit more.
Oh, what a great concept for doing things online. That's interesting. Did you get to record that, or you just did that live for the instructor?
I think I might have recorded a piece of it, but I don't remember.
That's very cool, though, that you're doing that. See, I knew you guys would have something new and surprising to tell me. What about you, Amelia? You have anything new or surprising that happened this week?
Oh, I was going to finish up earlier, but it's okay. I had one more class. I signed up for 2D art. That's something that I've been doing for a while now because I just started getting serious in 5 years ago, I guess you could say. But I haven't really taken any art classes.
Good.
And that'll help a little. Also, I've been playing a lot of piano and I've been writing a lot, but typing it up on Google Docs. So I wouldn't be able to practice as much piano as I do now. And if I still had school going on, I wouldn't be able to continue the story that I was writing. And I found a writing prompt to write. And the maximum count is 1,200 words. So that's going to help my writing skills. If I take that writing prompt and I just a little story off of it, and it's really exciting. And there's just all of those things going on.
That's good. And playing the piano. Maybe we'll have you write a theme song for the social distancing lounge. While we're talking, you can just play it in the background while we're talking. That'd be nice. We'll have you work on that in your free time. So once again, if you
I'm
guys would like, we'll do this again next week. We'll have 3 new topics for the 3 of you if you're available. You're very busy. I don't know if you're always available. Keely came on at the last second. I don't even think she knew this was happening. She had to throw it together real quick, but very well done. But once again, this is the Friday show that you're watching. Look for us next week with only probably 2 Friday shows left. I believe graduation is coming up for our 8th graders. And we want to thank you guys for joining the show today. You have a good day, and we will talk to you again soon. Thank you, girls.
Subscribe.
Bye-bye.
Bye.